This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to bother you, but I noticed something was on your shirt and I just wanted to see what it was. Follow us at Cancel Back Credit. That's an Instagram page. And can I see the front of it? Cancelbackcredit.com. Remember this website. I think I've heard of them. Thank you.
After this video, go directly to cancelbackcredit.com and learn how to make all negative items fall off your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax credit reports. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. A good credit score is necessary in a credit-based society, and cancelbackcredit.com can make this a reality.
Ooh, perfection. Oh! Just wait a second, Rose. He'll grab it. Oh,
Call me when you want.
If someone drops an item within your reach radius, you're expected to pick it up.
And then what? Hold your sandwich with one hand, Larry? What if you lose your grip and it falls apart?
Larry,
Where are your manners?
ooh, perfection. Guess what time it is? It's time for the daugnekeith show. DK's way. Hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Dun, 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 dun. daugnekeith is DK's way. Dun. What's up, y'all? Welcome to DK's Way. I am none other than Miss Daugnekeith, and this is a show where definite hip hop culture and comedy collide with a little music in there too. Tonight's topic, we're talking about current events and that weirdo shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about, all that weirdo shit in the news. I could go deep and talk about the real issues that's going on, because there's some fucked up issues going on in the world, but like, share, and subscribe, please. But we're not going to talk about that because I want to stay in a light place, not a dark place. The news will depress you if you watch it all day. I am one of them people that watch the news for the bullshit. I'm not watching for that crazy shit because that's going to go on no matter what. I'm watching for that real weird shit and that bullshit. Tonight, to the left of me, in the house, on my panel, I got little Spud.
He anointeth my head and my cup runneth
He's the
over.
hood evangelist.
What's up,
with
y'all?
his crispy, peachy shirt on, his salmon shirt. To the left of Spud. I have the bearded one. I have just contacted him telepathy. That's when I'm doing this. That is beard telepathy. I contact the streaks within his beard and let him know. Lift your arms. Lift them. Lift your arms. Don't be defiant. Lift them. He like, I ain't lifting my arms, bitch. And to the left of Spud in the house, I have comedian Robert Hart. No relation to Kevin. Y'all might be third cousins removed, though, huh?
Probably.
You just moved to LA, right, Robert?
Right.
Where you from originally?
Houston, Texas.
Wow.
He's from Houston. They
H-Town.
crazy in Texas. Y'all better watch how they be barbecuing bitches down there. I heard about that man that barbecued his wife, and then the neighbor said, well, he having a cookout and didn't tell nobody. And Robert and them usually tell somebody when they having a cookout. So I knew something was wrong. When I saw that shit on the news and found out this nigga barbecued his wife, I was like, never. That's why they made that song. My exes moved to Texas. He wasn't eating her. He was just barbecuing her to get rid of the body. But the neighbors like he being rude. That's the South. He didn't invite me to the cookout. That's Houston for you. It's Juneteenth. That nigga didn't even share his meat.
Yeah, filet
It
of the
smelled
bitch.
a little different. Yeah, it was white.
Filet of the bitch.
Filet of bitch.
Filet of bitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, filet of dead bitches. That's what that was. And I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Lord,
May she
forgive
rest
me.
in peace.
Because he killed her. And he is in jail forever for that. And to the left of Robert, my very special guest, I have Miss Aretha Gray in the building.
Woo, Aretha.
She's
Miss
family to me, okay? This is family, y'all. Y'all probably seen her in every Spectrum commercial. She be having that little gray wig on, looking like a little major. They always got her knitting some shit. Why they always making you knit some shit?
Girlfriend, I used to stay 50 forever. I believed, I still look 50, but I wasn't working. And finally I took a class, and they went around the class and said, we're going to have everybody in the room guess your age. And they got to me, and the teacher said, oh, no, you don't do her. And I said, no, I want to know, because I knew they were going to say 50. 62.
How dare you? How dare you?
Blasphemy.
Slapped me into work, though, because I started acting like I was 62 and where I was 65.
Okay. Now, she's also been on Off the Rockers with Betty White. Very funny sketch show with Betty White. And right now, Aretha is on The Retirement House. Y'all can catch them on TikTok with over 5.2 million followers.
Hey.
So they not playing no games, okay? She be on there rapping like Biggie, twerking. I'm just like, auntie, oh my God. You know, when it's your mama friend, she auntie. You like,
and I be going, Niece, why are you flapping your titties? I'm just saying.
These titties is gonna flap.
It definitely ain't from the itty bitty titty committee.
No, itty bitty. My mom didn't even have big boobs. I don't know where they came from. My daddy's side. They say girls take after their daddy's side. And I looked at my auntie and I was like, yeah, all of them got big titties. So I see where it came from. These freckles, these moles, all that shit. My daddy's side. Mom's side had ass for days, hips. I was like, well, I could get the good side. It's like, nah, bitch, you getting the titties. See, God got a sense of humor, because he's like, I'm not giving you no ass. You don't know how to act already. You stupid already. If he gave me ass, I'd be just doing too much. It'd be problems, okay? Kardashians wouldn't have shit on me. And speaking of them hoes, we gonna get right into this topic because they are part of it too a little bit. We talking about current events and that weird shit. What's the weirdest shit you saw on the news this week, Spud?
I seen on the news a 9-year-old carjacked somebody and took police on a high-speed chase.
Give me a headache.
But that ain't the crazy.
What state was that in?
I don't know what state, but that wasn't the crazy part. The motherfucker was driving and stopped and picked 2 grown men up and dropped them off at the deli.
What?
This motherfucker.
I almost choked. This little nigga was picking up hitchhikers.
He picked up some of his homies. They was in their 20s. And they just wanted to ride to the deli.
Oh, he was Riley from the Boondocks then. This was Riley.
Yes.
Because what does a 9-year-old meet 20-years that hey man, give me a ride.
Right.
These older men don't have cars.
Oh.
I'm just saying. They want to borrow your car. They don't have no car. They won't put no gas in your car. 9-year-old ain't going to ask no questions.
They just taking the car. They just
so
rolling.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest stuff you seen on the news this week, Ryan?
I really haven't watched the news. The only thing that I saw this week was this lady was she did something. I don't know what she did. Black lady. And she had it.
She did something, and she was black.
She did
How dare you?
Yeah.
She was Negro, and she did something.
Oh, the cops. Okay.
Yeah.
He's talking about the case that's big right now, where the police were trying to pry the baby from the lady's arm. She still hasn't got custody of the baby back. And her and the police had a fist fight. Because if you're trying to take my baby, I might sock you too. But the police end up socking her up, taking the baby.
Right.
So Black Lives Matter got involved. And, it's a lot going on right now. And I hope that sister gets her baby back. I don't know the full circumstances. I know it was a routine police stop. And none of the women had their kids in seatbelts. Wow. None of them had them in car seats. So you're already endangering your children. And now you fighting the police. And she had on some very low cut shorts.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Fighting the police. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't make it cool. And then the police that threw the other lady on the ground because she was filming them. They said that she was trying to steal something in the store, but she was just filming the thievery. And the police, and they threw her on the ground and socked her up. So, yeah, we're going to see how that comes. But we're going to keep it on the other side of the news. But that's it's going down. Yeah. That's why I try to stay on the lighter subjects, because that shit's going to be in the news. And there's nothing we can do about it except for stand up when the time comes. And most people ain't going to stand. But if I get my picket fence out, my picket sign, and if I get out my soapbox, I'm gonna be shot. So I have to be careful about what I say.
And that ain't even the news. That's called the blues.
Right. That is the blues.
That's the blues.
And we gotta watch the news to know what's going on in the world. I've been watching this war situation in the news with Ukraine and Russia and NATO, and that's getting so scary. I don't even want to see what that's gonna be about. Because if they shooting something at us, I'd like to be doing something like this, having fun, having a conversation, and be like, where'd everybody go?
That's why I let my EBT case close, because I didn't want to be in the draft.
Give me the camera. Robert, what's the craziest thing you saw in the news this week?
Well, I've been traveling a lot, just trying to get here. But certainly when I look at TikTok, the overwhelming thing seemed to be the whole Keke thing with the sheer thing. That's
that's been in the news all week.
And the people obsessed with what's going on with that, and everybody seemed to rag on her fiance.
Oh, we gonna get all into that in a little while.
That's
that's the high news right now. Is how Keke Palmer outdo Ukraine and Russia. But anyway, Ree, what's the craziest thing you seen in the news this week?
People living in houses hanging off cliffs, and then when the house starts sliding off the cliff, they saying, "Why? Because you're on a cliff. You live in California. The earth moves."
Oh, and they always want to live on the edge of something.
And they didn't even live like at the ocean. They could see the ocean, but there's a great big old canyon underneath them. And first they said it was 10 houses. Then they said it was 12 houses. Now they talking about the whole neighborhood's about to slide off the cliff. Crazy.
No, I'm cool. I don't want no sliding neighborhoods. Thank you very much. I'll take the stable ground for $55,000, Alex.
That's just it. These are multi-million-dollar houses. Why would you do that?
And you know what's crazy about that? These houses that they build on the edge of these mudslide places, they know the ground isn't solid. But because you have such spectacular views,
they take their chance.
They take their chances. I'm sorry, I'll take the solid ground. I'd rather be on the ground.
I live in South Central. I'll take the chance. Fuck it.
You want to get out?
Yeah. He wants to be on the edge of his life.
It's pit bulls roaming around that motherfucking gangbangers. I'll take the mud. Fuck
but
it.
Did you grow up with that happening?
You don't have that problem in the project.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'll just buy a ladder. Fuck it.
Let's get into the first one. Give me the first one, because I see this gonna be wild. Okay, let's talk about it. Aretha, that's your cast members, and that is the senior house.
The retirement house.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell you something about these old people, and that's Off the Rockers with Betty White. Rest in peace, Betty.
See, that's when I started working, when I said I was old.
That's that wig. You would think her hair is like that, but then you see her real hair, you see how it is. But now, with Off the Rockers with Betty White, you guys did that, 5 seasons?
3 seasons.
3 seasons. That show was hilarious. Them old people was doing everything but stripping. Y'all might have had did y'all have a stripper?
That kind of stuff is why they canceled the show. Because folks would come up with things like that. That's naked women are not a prank. It was a prank show.
Yeah, they like, y'all going a little too far over here. Yeah, on the retirement house, they wild too. They do she told me she twerking on there. I'm scared.
Wait, you want me to?
No, we don't want you to.
I do.
Save it. He wants it, but I can't take it. That's like watching my mama twerk. No.
Close your eyes.
Y'all know Kai Stinnett?
Huh?
You know who Kai Stinnett is?
No, who is that?
This boy he makes $1 million a month. Kai.
Yeah, the streamer.
The streamer. We went to his house. He invited us to his house to do and I got to twerking on poor Kai. And the boy started screaming, "Don't look like that, baby."
He like older women. Calm down.
Kai done bust a nut in them.
Yeah, he was screaming.
Oh, wow.
If you can find that on there.
I see why your dad picked her.
It's on Retirement House.
He talking about, I see why your daddy picked her. You know what? Let me tell y'all. This is how Aretha and my dad and Aretha used to date. They were an item for quite a while. But see, I was a wayward child. I mean, that means I was disobedient and mischievous. I wasn't bad. I just didn't want to do what they said.
That's bad.
And I mean, I respected my parents, so I left.
At what age?
No, she tried.
I started at like 15. I would run away to her house.
Yeah, she tried to run away to my house. That lasted one night because she said, "You got more rules than they do."
Wait, her and my mama became best friends because I ran away to her house. Because my mom was on drugs. So I wasn't understanding what was going on in the early 80s because the crack era was just kicking in and I didn't realize how serious the shit was going to get. But at the very beginning of it, I'll never forget, I came home from school and a Cameo was in the house. The one that had the little red cup, Word Up Band.
In the singing group?
Yeah, they was in the house. They was all sitting around the kitchen. And they was smoking out the little pipe. And I was like, my mama don't smoke weed. What they smoking? I didn't realize it was crack cocaine at the time. So that started my runaway journey. Well, that accelerated my runaway journey. I like taking adventures. So I would take adventures to different family members' houses or my daddy's females' houses. And they would put up with me a day or two and send me back home.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was a chronic runaway, and that's how Aretha and my mother became best friends.
A chronic runaway.
I ran away at least once a month. At least once a month. If I known what I know now, I wouldn't have worried people the way I did. Because I didn't realize how I looked. Not saying I'm all that, but when I was younger, I was so hot. But I didn't even know it. I was stupid. I was a break dancer. I didn't realize I was hot. I would run away to break dance, shit like that. I didn't know I could get gang raped, sold into slavery, none of that. I ain't even knowing none of that. I'm just trying to be, I'm like, would you be on the boulevard for 2 days spinning on my back?
And that's when the grill.
I would know. I had linoleum. We didn't do that cheap cardboard shit, okay? We cut up a kitchen floor.
Wow.
But it was different then. But had I known what I know now, I would have never done that to my parents. But that is how Aretha Gray and my mother became best friends.
Because I'd have to take her back home, and sometimes she'd come visit. Her father didn't even live in the city. But when he was in the city, he would take her and bring her over my house, which is why she thought, oh, this would be nice. She's not going to bother me.
Yeah, I think I just run away over there on Bud Long. Look, not even going far, just running. Had the whole world looking for me. I'm right there. You don't even realize the shit you put your parents through when you're young. But knowing what I know today, I would have never done that shit.
I want to ask you a question. Did you know any young men or boys when you was running away that they want you to come over?
Oh, a lot of them did, but I didn't. I went to her house. I went to my friends' houses, the girlfriends' houses, and my homegirls' houses. And if it was a boy involved, it was probably 10 girls to that one boy, so he could get his ass whipped if he tried anything. We was smart.
I run a hell of a train.
No. That would be his little ass dream. No.
Now, there were boys involved, though. I do believe she would sneak out.
Tell one of these stories.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't there. I was not an accessory to this crime.
We'll lie on her.
No, but see, I was a hustler, so my mentality wasn't that of the average child. I was thinking, okay, if I go buy some of this and double it up, I can make money on this. I was in the streets with it, so my mind was different. My mind wasn't in my vagina like most girls at that age. My vagina was ticking, but it was more like, that nigga got money, go get with him. My vagina was like, hey, bitch, don't fuck him. Fuck the one here.
The one with the Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder, nigga. Benz. I wasn't playing. All right, back to current events. My coochie was not the current event, okay? We just reminiscing here. I just want y'all to know how I know this beautiful woman, because she saved my life a many times, because the streets was like, yeah, we're waiting for her to slip up. I could have gotten the wrong van. You know, there's a lot of them vans going around back then. Right. You don't know what could happen to you. I need to do a whole show on runaways, but that will be a show.
And that's real shit, because that back then, that's when the Grim Sleeper started killing.
No, look, I was running away while people like Richard Ramirez was out there. Ted Bundy was in and out of jail at the time. It was a lot of serial killers. And in the what was the freeway hoe killer? That nigga was out there.
You wasn't hoeing, so you had to.
It didn't matter. I was walking on the streets at night. You look like a hoe if you ain't hoeing. If you walk into a bus stop at 2 a.m, you look like every other hoe on the street.
Facts.
My grandson just discovered that Figueroa is Figueroa. He was driving down the street. He called me up and said, Granny,
it's naked girl.
You know what's going on Figueroa? I said, honey, since I was in high school. Since I was in high school, I knew about it.
It was like that forever, but then for a few years, it was the crackhead hoes.
I think it still is.
No, they didn't move the crackhead.
Did you have your hoes on Figueroa when you were pimping?
I don't know what you're talking about. But I've heard things. But,
Figueroa. My daddy was what they call him, the godfather of Figueroa. My dad lived on a hoe stroll. He had hoes that called him the godfather. He would tell them stories of Motown past. And these hoes would be like, Cookie, you're so smart. You're the brightest on Figueroa. But he lived in her building she owned.
But I owned the building. And it was not a motel.
And these hoes was coming, knocking on his door. When my dad died, I got about 30 calls from different prostitutes on Figueroa. Oh my God, my uncle dead. Bitch, you not related to me.
So you owned the apartment that her father lived in?
After all the good years. See, I was dating him. Now, see, this is going to sound bad.
But she dated him while he had money and potential and a lot going on.
And went to all the Motown parties and the different places and stuff.
Then crack cocaine happened.
No, well, no, that was at any rate. We're staying on one story at a time.
Lord,
So he would take me to great parties, and there'd be all kinds of dope and all kinds of stars and celebrities and stuff. And then he called and said, "I'm coming to LA," and he didn't have no money. He was baby mama drama and all kinds of stuff. So all I could do was take his Section 8 and give him an apartment.
Phenomenal woman.
Thank you. I helped the brother
all
out.
I can say is my daddy must have been laying it down back in the day. Because these women would go out their way for cookies.
And this is when he had one of his legs amputated.
Yeah.
Would take it off. He had a fake. This is after that.
He was an amputee.
I don't know. He was paying them.
No, he wasn't pimping them. He was giving them refuge and giving them direction. Why? I don't know. That's what cocaine does. I mean, he would get high and tell these bitches stories and they'd be mad.
He was a crackhead counselor.
Crack counselor.
Damn.
My daddy liked to toot. He wasn't a smoker. He's a snorter. He was uppity about his cocaine abuse.
Crack is right.
But
Crack is
these hoes on Figueroa. That's why when I hear hoe stories, I be like, wow. You know, my daddy used to talk to these hoes. He used to tell me, you know, these bitches ain't got no direction. They out here just giving pussy away. Yeah. $20 for some pussy.
That is blasphemy. Free pussy.
Drive them 40.
He had them. I mean, they would just be sitting around listening to him. I'm like, Daddy, you starting to scare me. This is like a whole cult. Rita, he was starting a whole cult.
These sluts need to be arrested so the hoes can work.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, to the story. Let's get back into this. All right.
I want a documentary on your daddy. Fuck that.
Oh, that would be
that'd be dangerous.
That would not be fit to print. You couldn't do that. I used to say I was going to write the book.
And let it play.
I used to say I was going to write the book after everybody died. I realized I can't do that.
You get arrested.
My son want me to. Go ahead and let it play. Now, this is Keke. Look at her fake ass. She's like, oh my God, man. Oh, he wants me.
Usher, oh my God. Let me show you my ass.
What ass?
Oh, you'll see it in a minute.
Really?
Here it comes. Booyah!
She built like a 12-year-old boy.
You can't tell her that. He said he'll smash. Okay, bring us back in real quick.
Wait, I have a question.
All right, now let me set this up for y'all because this is just. Are we on? We hot. Usher serenaded Keke, but Keke was sitting there fanning herself. That shit was fake as fuck. I'm sorry. I just read fakeness all day. Oh my God, man, Usher, why are you touching your weave? It ain't going nowhere. I don't understand why these girls keep grabbing their weave. Yeah. The shit is not going to fall off. It's not coming off your head. It's not going to crawl away. Nothing. Why you keep touching it? So she's touching her weave and she's fat. And oh my God, man. And I wore this bodysuit up my ass knowing I have a man at home and a baby at home. Now I'm going to go around the table right after I show this next clip because I want y'all to get the full gist of it. Let's put the next image up. Okay, fellas, it's 3 of y'all. How would you react if your girl did this with Usher in front of you? Robert, you go first. These are grown men in here, y'all. These ain't boys.
Well, I know that Keke is a performer. She's an actress. So I would just look at it as her being a performer.
Francisco.
So when y'all leave the house and she come out the room and she got this on,
you don't feel some kind of way?
A little bit. Your woman got a string up her ass and polka dots on. Nothing else.
Well, if we walked out the house together,
oh my goddamn God.
I don't know.
It's his opinion. Go ahead, Robert.
I mean,
We gonna get to you.
I'm sorry.
Spud about to have a heart attack.
I don't know. I mean, she's a performer. She's an actress. And so, I think I would probably look at it from that point. She's not a regular person. She's not a regular girl.
Okay. She went on a girls' trip to the Usher concert. Baby daddy's not with her.
Right.
Baby not with her.
Right.
Why you don't mind your woman dressing like that to go to a concert that you're not going to her with?
Well, like
her?
I said, Keke is a performer, and she's.
Would you look if she wasn't your woman?
Well,
and she was out there doing that, would you look?
Of course, I will look.
Okay.
But Keke is not a regular girl.
So that's Robert's opinion.
She's a performer.
That's not. Ain't nobody paying her.
Rita,
what?
You going on a girls' trip?
Mm-hmm.
You got brand new baby at home, a man at home. You gonna wear something like that to a concert?
I have always said I was too stupid to charge for it. Okay.
Too stupid to charge for pussy.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
So I've always admitted to that part, but they talked about the way we dressed. We didn't dress like that. We didn't have.
No, y'all had your asses covered.
Yeah,
And the 70s was wild. Y'all had hot pants and everything. You might see a little cheek.
No, no. My rule was standing up. If my skirt came up higher than this part of my hand, it was too short. So it was. No. So
you have morals intact.
We had morals.
Okay, Ronald Cole. I'm going to come back to you, Robert. Because, Robert, you look like you got something to add to that.
I know Jack Benny's violin theme music.
Okay. So, Ronald Cole.
Yeah.
Your woman, baby, I'm going to Usher concert.
Okay.
And I'm going to wear this. What you think? How I look? What you going to tell her?
Now, we going together or she going?
She going without you. You can't go. She going to tell you just like Keke. You can't go. You babysit.
Right. I tell her, hell no, you better go put some curtains on that window right there. No, you ain't going out like that. No.
But baby, I'm with you. I'm just wearing this. I can do what I want to do.
No, if I'm with her, that's different. If I'm with her.
You're showing her off like that.
Right.
But if she's not with you.
No. You gotta have a little respect. But on the other side of the spectrum, they're not married. So,
but they live together and they have a child together.
Well,
they're living as husband and wife. They fuck. They're married.
Well, if he can.
In the Bible, if they did it, they married. Go ahead.
Let's get to the real shit.
Well, if he could pour some, excuse my language, but if he can pour some sperm into her and make a baby, he can, at the same time, he can put a ring on her finger. You know.
This is a man talking that's been married 4 times, ladies. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then he understands the principle.
Yeah, 3.5.
He understands the ring on it principle.
Yeah.
I commend you for that.
Call me the preacher man.
You can talk all the mess to her you want. He didn't have no right to tell her nothing.
Okay. Yeah. That's 2 men that agree with Keke. Mm-hmm. That's 2 women that I haven't told you, but basically I think she was doing too much. So I'm with Rita on that.
Woman.
Now, Spud,
y'all ready?
What do you have to say?
First of all, with or without me, you ain't wearing that bullshit. You're not finna be dressed like Jimmy the Cricket at no motherfucking concert. And I'm gonna tell you something else.
Jimmy the Cricket.
And I'm gonna tell you
Jimmy the Cricket.
Yeah,
he didn't have no bottoms.
She don't have a top hat.
But she needed to have one on that bullshit on. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something else. Anybody that has a man or just had a baby and representing their man, that's not a good representation. She don't have no respect for the person she with. To even
that's
be doing
what I
that.
said.
And I know what you're saying, Robert, but being an entertainer, not regular or whatever, you shouldn't be doing that. You got to have some respect for the person you with and for yourself.
That's your
because now she's representing somebody else as well, plus a baby.
Well, she didn't have respect for herself by 1, having a baby out of wedlock. Number 2, she ain't married.
And she grinding on the pimple dick.
Well, there it is.
She didn't respect herself.
I hear you, because if you first of all, as a woman that had a baby out of wedlock, that had a bastard,
Yeah.
okay,
I have
as a bastard owner, you got to know,
as a bastard owner,
you know, as one that has passed a bastard through these vagina walls.
A bastard
His
owner.
daddy was around, but his daddy would have had a fucking fit if I walked out like that. Said I'm going to anywhere. First of all, I couldn't go without him. I couldn't go to the store without him. But if I tried to walk out the house dressed provocative, I could dress a certain type of way like this. He'd probably be like, "Oh, who you showing your titties for?
Where y'all going?"
You know, if it was up to him, I'd have on that Muslim shit.
Which is a good dress, I might say.
Says the Arabic speaker. Bitch.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you know, that's just a cultural thing. Like, as entertainers, we are a little looser than most. Right. But there's a respect level you just have to have when you have a child, I believe. Because my son's not going to see me. When he was that age, a little kid, he didn't see me doing nothing. He would have thought I was a nun if he only knew. I know you watch it, nigga, but if he only knew, he'd be like, "My mom thinks she's slick," because I waited till your ass was asleep or gone and did what I wanted to do. I'm not gonna do it in front of you because it ain't your business. Yeah, and it makes your son think. Hey, my producer just said that. I'm just letting you know he wasn't really asleep. Yeah, that little nigga showed up at the table one night. I had company. In my company, I was sitting on the floor. He was sitting on the couch, and he looked over and like moved my shirt and was playing. I was like, "Stop playing! My son is up." And all I could hear is a little scraping on the table, and I heard this little chipmunk laugh. It's my son at the table, but he got the kitchen knife talking about your company needs to leave, mommy. Play it. I'm like, "You take your little ass to bed with the butcher knife."
I never came back over that house.
Oh, that shit was
worse.
hilarious. He started laughing too because he knew, because my son was laughing when he was doing it, so we knew. I was like, "Okay, you being mannish."
That's violently cock
He's like,
blocker.
in other words, nigga, bye.
It's a violent cock blocker.
All right, y'all. On that note, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back with some more on DK's Way. We're talking about that current events and weird shit and a lot of other shit.
Yes,
We'll be back. These titties.
Look, I'm black guy. Hello, how may I help you? Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills? May I randomly suggest one of these generic products? Nah. You should take the A game, little bro. Bling bling for the ding ding? Nah. You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine. Yes, right. A game will make a girl give you her credit card number. It is very true. Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off. Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof. I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl. Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water. Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, because I'm about to blow your back up. Ow!
Ooh, I love it when you bring your...
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to bother you, but I noticed something was on your shirt, and I just wanted to see what it was. Follow us at Cancel Bad Credit. That's an Instagram page. And can I see the front of it? Cancelbadcredit.com. Remember this website. I think I've heard of them. Thank you.
You can go to Instagram at Cancel Bad Credit and click the link in our bio, and it will take you directly to the website. Once again, go to our Instagram at Cancel Bad Credit and click the link in our bio, and it will take you directly to the website cancelbadcredit.com.
This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Boy, I tell you, it goes down during the breaks on DK's way.
Yes, it do. Yes,
we got dogs juggling, people talking about controlling bitches. There's a lot going on. This nigga want a cage for his house. This is DK's way. I'm daugnekeith, and if it's your first time tuning in, you got some thoughts or questions, email me d_impress@yahoo.com. and give us your thoughts. Maybe I'll listen, maybe I won't. If it's profound, I might actually post the shit. We're gonna have it to where you can call in soon. They can Skype in. So if you guys want to chime in while we live, definitely. How many people we got in the chat room right now? 145. Everybody hit the like button. 145 people. Hit the like button right now. Tell a friend, hey, we live. We going down. We talk about current events and this weirdo shit. We just talked about Keke Palmer and her baby daddy blues. Keke wore a thong, a see-through thong thing, and shook her little ass in her weave around Usher. Usher be breaking up bitches' relationships on the boondocks, in the cartoons, and in real life. Now, let me go back to Robert. What did you have to add?
Well, I was just thinking, I remember one year or several years, I remember Cher came to the Oscars in a headpiece and a sheer thing, and Barbara Streisand accepted her Oscar in a sheer
But
outfit.
we expect that from Cher and Barbara Streisand. Keke Palmer, Cher's daughter's Chastity. Chaz.
You see what happened?
Cher, I'm just saying. Cher ain't have no other little baby at newborn and wasn't married when she was doing that. Cher was dating Gene Simmons, for God's sake.
Right. And they were performing. Keke was performing at the club.
Keke wasn't performing. She was there as a watcher of Usher's concert in a thong. I'm just saying, it's her choice to wear that because, you know, Beyonce made it cool to wear bodysuits for these women. I see bodysuits everywhere. I ain't hating if y'all got the bodies to wear the bodysuit. I see big women that shouldn't be doing it, but they doing it. I didn't say that. Yes. There's a lot of people. Like right now, I got fat exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Exposing.
And I'm proud of this right here. Skin exposed. But there's a limit. I don't have a thong up my ass right now. And you can't see it if I do.
Is that Keke Palmer's normal attire when she's out? Is she known for doing shit like that?
Go to her Instagram. No. It's not her normal attire.
It's a new thing. I think she's trying to change her image, but I think this is the wrong
Well, they said she got a movie coming out, an album, so that could be a publicity stunt too.
Yeah, and then she want to connect away from the Aquila and the B thing.
Right, she wants to be a grown
woman. She didn't went way past that.
She like, she's definitely elevated.
She had Aquila and the bitch.
She's definitely elevated past Aquila in the B.
You know, she supposedly broke up with the guy the other day. Did you see the video?
Yeah. Okay, now look, let's read this right here. Yeah. We live in a generation where a man of the family, that this is her boyfriend, this is baby daddy, this is what started this shit, doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. See, he wasn't with her. That's the key thing, to please others. And gets told how much of a hater he is. So she stayed like, you just hating, nigga. And this is my family. This is my representation. Like you said, that's his representation.
I said,
whoever. I have standards and morals, and this is what it is. And I'm with him on that. I think she was disrespectful.
We'll put a ring on it.
Well, there you go.
All the rings in the world is not going to make that outfit all right.
Yeah.
All the rings in the world.
But he didn't have the right to say
okay, now to be honest, what's so bad about the outfit?
It's not the outfit. It's the level of respect she didn't have for
the dude, right?
The dude. Like, if you know he don't want you wearing this without him, have respect. And it's like she did it vehemently on purpose to prove a point.
Let me ask a question. Do y'all want to see women? What Keke got the body?
Yeah.
Do y'all want to see women that are not yours walking around the street?
That are not mine.
Yeah, no, you want all women on display.
If we had all these women just running around, which
like Figaro
you do now,
right?
Or Amsterdam.
If I was getting some money out of it,
I don't.
But if not, no. Because for one,
what working women do, we don't care.
But I think women who act like that, they messing it up for decent women too. Because that's what men are starting to look at women as just sex objects all the way now. So the morality is out the window now. So even a nice woman, when she meet a guy now and they look at women like that, they expect her to be just like that. So women who do that are creating a bad example for regular women.
Well,
and y'all should be saying some shit about
well,
that.
I agree. And this is kind of off subject, but between women dressing like that and men who are transitioning, I think women should be all up at hands.
Transitioning into women?
They're transitioning into women. I think we got lots of
There's
protesting.
no such thing.
Thank you. I think we should be protesting that. I'm offended.
I don't give a damn what type of panties you got on. Your dick is still in there.
DK's way.
Not if they had it cut off. That's just it. They get it cut off. They run around acting like
women. You have
women.
a tuck dick.
Okay.
Well, they just made a swimsuit for that. There's a new swimsuit with a tuck pocket for your dangling.
Wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
It's a bikini with a dangling holder.
Wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
Hey, no, that's be funny.
No, it's a bikini.
They got a dingling bikini.
Yeah.
They got a bikini made for transgender people with a dick holder.
We have lots to protest, women. I'm telling you, we need to be in the street. We need to be in the street saying, wait a minute.
We're the women. Y'all apart once you get in the street.
I can tell that big ass Adam's.
That's my problem. Well, most of them kind of have an Adam's.
Big ass grapefruit in their neck.
No, I've seen some Asian ones that'll fool you.
Oh yeah, and the Filipino ones too.
Yeah, them little bitty ones. They look real beautiful.
Robert, I'm puzzled. I want to know what you're thinking. Look at that look on your face. What do you think?
Robert's from Texas. He's not used to this kind of talk.
I'm just taking it all in. Y'all are all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, this is current events and that weird shit. Right now, we're getting into a lot of weird shit.
A bikini with a dick in it. What the fuck to say now?
Okay, we got to talk about this. So, Chris Brown tapped Usher up a couple weeks ago. And Usher just seems to keep getting into things because of women. You know, the Keke thing. Then he was dancing with the little Villa Tygo lady. I'm just saying, Usher, you're just starting a lot of shit with these women. He tried to come to the defense of Tiana Taylor. And Chris binked him up.
See, they was in a relationship.
But see, before Usher steps to try to calm him down, because Chris, I guess, was being berated to the other chick, calling her a bunch of bitches or whatever. Usher put on his cape, tried to step in, and he followed Chris outside. Now, if you not that tough, Usher, reportedly only after unlacing his skates first, so you done impaired yourself because your skates is loose.
Yeah.
Hobbled your ass outside behind Chris Brown, who's on solid ground. And you're like, hey, man, you can't talk to her like that. And they said he left with a bloody nose.
That cocaine took hold and all hell.
That's celebrity bullshit. Now,
don't let the light skin fool you.
Chris is notorious for putting his hands on people. Yeah. So they he got that light skin thing. He like, nigga, you ain't gonna fuck with me just because I'm light skinned.
That nigga knock a bitch out.
See, people be
bitch.
They always think that dark skinned people is the ones. No, it be them light skinned niggas. I can tell you. My daddy was one of them.
I was gonna say.
And he had them light eyes too. Them the ones that'll beat you up.
That nigga crazy. He bit Rihanna.
Yeah.
And
Rihanna probably bit him too.
Yeah, that's what they said. She bit him.
She probably bit him first.
That forehead, man. She had butter.
Yeah.
She bloodied his nose. He didn't have nothing. It was a fight. And I could see her and him fighting. They were both equally wrong in that shit. But Chris always wear that jacket as a woman beater. Once he got that jacket on him, he's still making money, but they pigeonholed where he could go. Because the boy is talented, very talented. Mm-hmm. But he need to learn to keep his hands to himself. Usher found out the hard way. It's them prison waves Usher be wearing. He got an inmate showed him how to get that look. Because that's a fresh out prison wave, dude. Usher be rocking.
He thought the hairstyle was gonna make him a thug.
I don't know what happened at Puffy camp, but Puffy was like, "Come here, Antoine, get this nigga prison waves." But Usher been rocking the prison waves ever since. Usher, no, get a taper or something. Let's see you change it up.
So this story is known to be true, though. This is fact.
This is true. Usher, well, he just popped him in his nose. He didn't really jump him. He just socked him in his nose. Well, he was on some wobbly skates. They said he undid his skates first. So he might have lost his balance. It hit his nose. All I know is, Usher, you can't wear a cape for everybody.
No, especially not for Tiana. What's her name?
Tiana Taylor. A married woman.
She don't have no respect for herself. How she act anyway.
See, now, why do you say that?
No, because she's always, in a lot of instances, real loud, hollering and arguing with people and stuff. So her image is bad. And then when you say a married woman, her and her husband said they was knocking down bitches together. So, they was doing all kind of wild shit. So you don't know. It might have been a little more to that story than what we probably seeing. You never know.
Well, I know that Chris Brown and her were really close friends and homies at one point. Usher is everybody's friend, apparently. Mm-hmm. And, things went bad. Usher thought he could step to Chris, and Chris was like, no.
So have they reconciled since?
I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling y'all what happened. Happened. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Now, fellas, do you step to a woman's virtue if you know she like ghetto, like he said? Yeah. Ron, you out with your homegirl. You out with me.
Okay.
You ain't never seen that side of me. But say some nigga come up talking and I'm just like, fuck you, motherfucker. Nigga, this crib cuz, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And you gonna step in and save me? Or you gonna let me get my ass whooped?
I would probably grab you and start pulling you out of the situation and trying to calm you down.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
So you wouldn't step to him, though?
No. I love you, Donnie.
That's not the first move.
No.
You want to keep growing your beard. You want your beard to keep growing.
I'm at the skate world in Houston. Was Great Skate. I'm at fucking Great Skate in A-League. We at the oldie skating session. And say one of your old bitches come up and she skate up to you. Robert, you wasn't at church yesterday, and I see you. And start a bunch of mess. And I'm about to bink her in her nose. But how do you dilute the situation, Robert?
I would come between you all and, like the gentleman said, pull you away and take you out.
You wouldn't step to her?
No, I would pull you out because I want to protect you, and I'm your bodyguard. So you gotta
and
go.
You know what little Thelma Louise is up to? She is a shanker. She got a knife. Aretha, you ever been in a situation where a man had to stand up for you, save you from another nigga's ass whooping?
No, because I don't get in that kind of foolishness. Right. I had my last fight when I was in the 6th grade. And yes, I do bite.
So you never had nobody stand up like to stop another dude from being rude or catcalling?
Your father would do it, but he would stand up and act a fool for any reason. But
he was a stand-upper.
He would. And would be whichever one was the closest. He wouldn't care. He had this leg. He would pull off the leg and beat people.
You thought I was lying, didn't you, when I said that on stage? My daddy threw the leg at me. What are you talking about? He missed. That shit flew over. I felt the wind.
So that traumatized you.
No, I was grown.
She was still traumatized.
Okay, God damn.
Nigga threw a leg at me because I didn't make his eggs right.
That shit don't.
He jumped on his brother in the court with his leg.
Oh, you got to hear the jokes about it. Anyway, back to the story. Now, enough of Daddy's leg, because that's just a whole. Y'all got to watch my special, Donnie Keith's Real Life. God writes my jokes. My dad's leg is a whole set. So, back to it. Ron.
Yeah.
So, you diffuse the situation. Robert, you going to diffuse it. Aretha.
I ain't going to be in it.
Okay. But.
Well, it depends on what type of woman she is. Because I save money. I don't save bitches. I'm just telling you. But it depends on the type of woman. Now, if you a loudmouth woman.
If she's cool all the time.
I'm going to stop it. But because
so you're not gonna step to the dude, you're gonna step to her.
Or if he argued with her?
If he like,
no,
man,
I'm gonna tell him to cool.
If he just mush her, bitch, shut up. If he mush your bitch.
You mush my bitch. Now, I'm gonna have to at least mush
you. If he just grab her whole face, shut up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have some problems at that. But if she a person that instigated
and she like, nigga, what? She like Tiana Taylor.
Oh, I'm leaving. I ain't
you gonna leave there fighting her ass with?
If she act like that, she gonna get what she deserves. If she acts like a woman, I'm gonna protect her like a woman.
That's why back in the day, your mama would tell you, pin some money in your bra in case you get yourself home.
Right. That's what my mother used to tell me. Put money inside your bra with a safety pin.
And if you out with a woman, she should be able to listen to you too. If you telling her to be cool and if she's still loud.
And if she start clapping in your face.
These are unfair questions to hood nigga.
Like, all right, give me the next one. Yeah, poor Usher. I hope
poor Usher. I don't see what people see in
Okay,
Usher.
you guys. The man was acquitted of assault for groping a woman that lasted 10 seconds. That means he had time to stick it in and out of her at least 3 times.
A grope is a grab.
It's sparking rage. A grope could be a lot of things. He groped her hard and roughly. He could have did it like Trump. He could have been a coochie grabber. He could have been a coochie grabber, an ass thumper. He could have been like Cuba Gooding Jr. went up to that lady and grabbed her. Now, this is the funny part to me. He was his own lawyer in court.
What?
This nigga was acquitted, but he was his own lawyer.
Cool.
Hey, so he passed out some business cards.
Yeah, he talked to the judge and
show the picture of him and Cuba, please.
You get off for rape? That's good.
Him and Cuba.
Well, that would be assault.
Now,
they got the same haircut.
That is Cuba, ain't it?
It's Cuba.
Why do niggas with this haircut think they could just be their own lawyer?
No, see, I'm going to defend him. because it looked like I saw the video, and it looked like the girl just fell all over the boy, and then ended up on the other side of him. So if anybody was grabbing anybody, I think she grabbed him, and he's just a fool. And what man's not gonna let some woman grab on him?
Well, I need to choose a fee. Bitch ain't finna grab on.
But it's something about the haircut that make them think they could play lawyer. It's like I shaved the sides. I got this mohawk. I'm about to be my own lawyer. But he got to quit it. Cuba did.
I think he should have.
It's a black man law.
And I don't even like Cuba. It's not like I'm a Cuba fan, but I think he was all right there.
Let's go to the next one.
I hope it don't hurt his career.
The grope.
It hurt his career already.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
did.
Okay, you
I
guys.
don't think it should hurt his
Now,
career.
the Secret Service has concluded that cocaine belongs to no one.
What?
The cocaine just walked up into the White House.
They just landed in the White House willy-nilly. Somebody brought it in. I don't know. They don't want to say it was Trump or Melania's.
Cocaine fairy.
She looked like her nose a little sharp.
Yeah. And her eyes
It was
be
powder.
tight. Yeah.
It was powder. See? No, that powder had your eyes wide open and glossy.
I find that story a little suspect, though.
You think?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to play a game called Whose Cocaine Was It? Read the gun. Whose cocaine do you think it was? Out of the last 5 presidents.
Joe Biden.
Why?
Because he looked like he on some kind of drugs, and he needs to have
it's
something to
Geritol.
pump him up.
He said he on Geritol. But Joe Biden's teeth wiggle too much. And, cocaine heads tweet. They do
That's
all
the Bobby
that.
Brown mouth and shit.
They do all that. But Joe's
No,
teeth.
not when you snort it.
Oh, that's the
Don't
crack.
look at me.
Hey, she understands.
Is this
the crack
cocaine
way.
101?
Well, I could teach the class.
Okay, my mom was her friend. My mother was a cocaine addict.
Okay.
But we weren't friends at the same time. So Donnie nor her mother really knew the level of drugs that I'd used. Because by then I was sober.
Yeah.
Ish.
She was, well.
That's a hell of a guess.
Hey, yeah. You're learning a lot about Daugnekeith tonight.
Did Betty White know all this shit?
Betty White
No,
probably
we did not
was
have
the
that
one
discussion.
snorting drugs.
But have you
too,
ever
I'm
seen
sure.
the meme of Betty White and me hitting the wine glasses?
I saw that meme. That shit is funny as fuck. Y'all got to look at the memes they made of her and Betty White. Now, and I'm gonna go to you, Robert. Who's cocaine?
One of those reporters left it laying around.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Good answer.
Trying to get a story going, and they got it.
They don't like Biden, so they're trying to set him up some kind of way.
Okay, I'll go for that. Ronald, whose cocaine was it? Out of the last 5 presidents, or their wives, or their children?
Yeah. I think one of those interns brought it in, paid by one of the Republicans that don't like Biden, just to put some stank on Biden's.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so 2 Biden haters, and you think Biden did it himself, and you,
I think it was Biden's son.
Okay,
That's what they want you to think.
I think it was
That's what they want you to think.
Biden's son, probably. Or maybe George Bush, the crazy one. Not the old
the
man
son.
one, the son. Probably his cocaine.
George F. Bush.
Yeah. For fucking shit up. Fucking the
George.
country up.
Yeah,
his
it could have
cocaine.
been George Bush Jr. It could have been. Go ahead.
I remember years ago, there was a story about cocaine residue being on dollar bills. And I think they had George Bush Jr. They got one of his bills, and his bills.
Oh, because he was rolling the dollars up in the little.
No, he got them from the bank. And some crackheads had been snorting on it, and he just got caught up.
Just
He
George
just got
Bush,
caught up.
of all the niggas in the world, happened to get it. Now, I think it was personally, I think it was the Trumps that left the cocaine in the White House. It was him and all his kids. They was probably like, we're gonna snort on the bed Obama slept in. I could just see him doing some real goofy shit because he was in the White House. I bet he got naked the first night, rolled around in the leaking bedroom on the carpet. Lincoln, I got my dick on your carpet. And I'm gonna snort cocaine right here. I can see him disrespecting rooms in the White House. I think him and Melania probably forgot about it, and she was like, "Oh, stupid dog. You forget when you take off your leather outfit. You leave the cocaine by the door."
The Peruvian snake, where is it?
Yeah, you know I don't want to fuck you without it. I have to be high to fuck you, okay? I bet you that's why that cocaine was in the house. Melania couldn't fuck Trump without it.
You can't be lucid fucking him.
She's like, I mellowed a bride, but you pay for this, buddy. I need my nose fixed.
But he put a ring on it.
Oh,
yeah, he put a ring and the American flag on it. That nigga's like,
I bet that toupee used to be all
okay, let's go to the next one. Let's get to this snake story, y'all.
Snakes.
Now, let me tell you, this thing right there was loose in the city of Los Angeles.
It's still loose.
No, they caught it today. He was chilling between the sheds in somebody's backyard. They had 2 sheds. It started off in Chatsworth. They said they found it in Los Angeles.
What?
This was a traveling snake.
Yeah.
He slithered in his ass, but I think they mixed up the city because, I understand a snake can travel, but somebody would have saw a 15-foot snake slithering his ass down the road in the hot sun. Snakes don't like the heat like that. He did it at night, huh?
But there are parts of Los Angeles that are intermingled in the valley, so it probably wasn't like he went from Chatsworth to Compton.
He probably went to like Van Nuys or some shit in Los Angeles County, because that's still Los Angeles County.
Yeah. Right.
But ain't that the type of snake it'll squeeze you?
It's a boa. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, why you got a pet that can eat your children in your house?
I want to bet the owner was white.
They were white.
That was a white.
Weren't they Hispanic?
I don't know. The snake's name was Big Mama.
That's true.
The snake's name is Big Mama. Big Mama would be a purse and some shoes right now if I found you, Big Mama. Because he was like, please don't harm my snake.
That's a big ass snake, too.
I'm sorry if I seen that in my back. We not in Florida. This Los Angeles, we ain't supposed to see that. We are city dwellers. We do not like reptiles roaming around. This ain't Arizona. It ain't South Carolina. This is Los Angeles. If you live in rural parts, you might see a rattlesnake. Maybe a coyote or a mountain lion. Maybe, but that's about it.
Damn, that shit just as bad. All that shit you.
But they mind their business. The mountain lions mind their business. Them coyotes is disrespectful though. They'll come fuck your dogs up.
Yeah. Oh, they eat the shit out of
children.
Yeah, they'll beat your dog and your cat snatch one of your kids away if they're hungry enough.
Damn.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, that's crazy. But they caught it today, thank God.
So they didn't kill it though. They just caught it and kept it.
And he went back home
because he did. I think it's a she if it's a Big Mama.
Oh,
but she didn't bite anybody or anything. So
no, she had just
let her
ate.
go home.
She had just ate before she hit the road, so she wasn't hungry. But what do they feed this thing? Pigs?
No, a rabbit. They gave her a rabbit before she left.
A rabbit.
Have you ever tasted rabbit?
Rabbit is delicious.
I'm cool. Next video or clip. Let's get out of here.
Sisters used to wear rabbit
let's
coats.
go to the Kardashian story. Is it there? No, leave it there. Okay, so one of Charles Manson's bitches got out of jail today.
The first one.
The one that killed an actual person, carving babies out stomachs and carrying on.
That's the one they let out?
Yeah. Damn. They let her out today. Now, how she got out of jail, why is she out of jail? She should never be out of jail. You know, just certain murderers, like, did they kill Richard Ramirez, right? I think they did give him the injection or something. Certain murderers don't need to be free. And if you was any type of part of Charles Manson's cult, you actually did the crime. He didn't. Charles told y'all what to do, and y'all went and did it like some Zimbots. Charles was sitting there smiling while y'all was out doing this shit.
But if you could cut a baby out of somebody's stomach, you should not be allowed to go home.
They did the Tate LaBianca murder, so they bludgeoned them to death. The neighbors. They killed the neighbors to the Tates. They weren't the baby carvers, but they bludgeoned the neighbors to death.
Yeah, the lady that carved the baby out, I think she's already dead.
Yeah, I think
Susan,
she died.
yeah.
Susan Gordon.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn. I mean, Charles Manson, how you control people's brains like Jim Jones, Charles Manson, I don't understand how you become a part of a cult like that. I just don't understand it because it don't make sense. And you just sitting there like, yeah.
Well, you got to be weak-minded.
Yeah, weak-minded.
People are young and they're looking for something.
Yeah, because I was
like
watching
you when you were growing up. I mean, you just said it. You were looking for something. Yeah, but a cult
wouldn't have got me because I was a child of God. Even though I was bad as hell, I was still a church kid. So it wasn't too much a nigga could tell me. That's why I ran away to family and friends. I didn't run away to strangers' houses. I wasn't stupid,
But you were ripe for that kind of thing.
I could have got caught up, but I wouldn't have gotten the cult stuff. I'd have been like, y'all don't know about Jesus. I could just see me right now.
That fucking Kool-Aid with you.
No, I wouldn't. I would have slapped the Kool-Aid out. I wouldn't have been there first.
Right. Diana, no, we ain't going there.
Because I remember my mom telling me the story about Charles Manson and the guy and the thing. Did my mom ever tell you about her boyfriend that was selling the dope to Charles? Well, my mom was dating. My mom was dating this guy that was I guess he was the middleman to Charles Manson's dope. So he was the heroin dealer and had the LSD, and he would take it up to the compound or whatever. So my mom went up there a couple of times with him and came back alive each time. But my great grandmother, I guess, found out she was hanging around this drug dealer and put a stop to it. She was like, no, you going to stay here and babysit your daughter. That's what you going to do. So thank God my mother had me at my great grandmama's house and put a stop to that shit. But the next time he went up there, he didn't come back. And when they was digging up all them bodies in the compound, they found him and his car. Wow. And my mom was like, damn, that could have been me. I could have been there. And she could have been at the Tate and LaBianca party while they was getting high because he was the supplier.
That's what happened when you got some bad dope with y'all.
That's what happened when you don't know who you hanging the fuck out with, or you putting yourself in positions like Quincy Jones said he could have been at that house that night. It was a little party going on, and a lot of people could have came up dead, but it just wasn't their time. My mom was blessed that my great grandmother was a definite rider. Right. She's like, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. You babysitting your baby.
See, with Jim Jones, with Jim Jones, I'd have left that motherfucker too, because white man can't make no Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we wonka.
Especially if it ain't red.
It ain't red. No, he had red Kool-Aid for his ass. He had tropical punch with arsenic.
I would have had grape.
Let's go to the next one. That shit's crazy. Okay, this is the last one. And this is a sandwich they're selling at Burger King in Thailand. It's one little ass patty with, y'all see how much cheese, right?
20 slices.
Now, I like cheese. I can see 2 pieces on one patty. If you greedy, 3. And it's going to be pepper jack. It's going to be a different flavor. It ain't going to be all yellow. Ronald, you a chef. You know. Yeah. You like cheese, right? It's only going to be, but you ain't putting 20 pieces in a decorative stance.
But there's no meat in there. There's no meat in there.
It's one
No,
patty.
it says there's no meat.
No
It features
meat?
20 slices
no
and
meat?
no meat.
No.
Oh,
That's
no.
not a hamburger.
Oh no, you'll be backed up for a week.
Hey, that's a Grillo cheese on steroids.
That's constipation.
Man, they trying to kill people in Thailand.
Apparently.
Thailand got some fat people though. That's why I put this up here, because when you think about that much cheese on one, see, this is cheese, y'all. This cheese. This all cheese. That shit is way too far. In Thailand, if you look at them, you go to a Thai restaurant, they be fat, all of them, even the women, the kids, everybody in there fat. What you want? You want Thai food burger? Because y'all don't care about the cholesterol, the da 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 da. In America, at least we care about 20 pieces of cheese. Come on.
Right.
At Burger King, they go to Europe and lose their minds, huh?
They must have had a meat shortage.
I don't know, but they didn't have a cow shortage. They ain't had no meat shortage. You can't make cheese without a cow, unless that's vegan cheese.
That's true.
Could be.
Hell
Oh,
no,
that'd be so
I don't think it would
gross.
melt like that.
hell no, that's Velveeta.
That's
Velveeta.
craft.
At least that top slice is.
Yeah, the top.
Right.
Don't tell them what that is
The other
underneath.
shit, the other shit didn't melt.
You can grow meat. In a. You can grow meat now.
Yeah, I'm cool on grown
Grow it.
meat. I ain't eating nothing grown
No,
like the
no.
way they farm raising shrimp and salmon about as far as I'm gonna go.
Tilapia.
Yeah, tilapia is an ugly
That's
ass
the
fish.
Frankenfish right there.
Frankenstein.
Before I'm gonna eat some tilapia, I'm going straight for the catfish. If I'm gonna eat a bottom dweller, I'm going all the way to the bottom.
Right.
I'm not skimming the surface with a weird fish swimming
That's a
sideways.
man-made one right there too. Yeah.
I like halibut. I'm bougie with my fish. Orange
snappy.
Ruffy.
Yeah, orange Ruffy.
I
My
ate
sand
orange
dabs.
I ate orange ruppy the other night. I wasn't thrilled.
You had it at the wrong place.
In a tilapia, you can't even do nothing but fry that.
Right.
Well, I took the
They
orange
don't bake. You can't even bake
ruffy
a
instead
tilapia.
of the tilapia.
Right.
Tilapia, you put that in the oven, it still be alive.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, y'all,
fried
look, y'all,
motherfucker.
this DK's way. Y'all, go to cancelbadcredit.com. Get your life together. This is a proprietor right here. Little Spud, the Hood Evangelist. Tell them what y'all do at
Hey,
cancelbadcredit.com.
we teach you, first of all, the importance of credit, show you how to clean it up, and we also show you how you can benefit even when you still have bad credit. You can get certain credit cards, loans, and a lot of different things you can do. You have a lot of options. Go to cancelbadcredit.com. It's all one word, cancelbadcredit.com, and we guarantee we'll change your life.
Y'all heard that, you 3s and 4s out there. 4.0s. Because your baby mama in your pocket, your new baby mama in your pocket, and you ain't pay nothing on time.
You're getting put out your house, too. You're going to be out in the street. You need some credit to get you an apartment or something
You need credit to do anything.
in this life, yeah?
Some jobs don't even hire you if your credit score is below a 6.
That's facts.
So y'all get your credit right. Also, give me the A game. You guys go to agamelawest.com. Type in my name, the number 10 behind it, and you'll get 10% off, fellas. It is an herb designed just for you, all men. If you work out a lot, if you stressed a lot, if your hypertension is kicking your butt and you need, this is for you. You want to get rid of that. It's a herb that is designed just for your bodies, and it's for your head, your toes, and everything in between, fellas.
You met him long time. Long time.
All right. So, you guys, if you want to catch any of my shows, go follow me on Instagram. Where can they follow you, Ree?
They can follow me on TikTok, the Retirement House. You don't have to put the "the" on there, just Retirement House. And we just do some crazy stuff on the Retirement House.
I'm going to look for her twerking.
Oh, I'm telling you, I can twerk.
As soon as I get in the car, I'm watching.
He going to find that old sex scene she did in the set.
Immediately.
Hey, y'all,
You
I
can-
don't see Aretha in chain heat walking through the yard with a knife talking about, hey, what's up, bitch? Yeah, bitch. I was like, she about to cut somebody in this movie with a Jerry curl.
But you can also reach me on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Aretha Gray. Just Google Aretha Gray and I will pop up.
And Aretha is beautiful.
And she is the commercial queen. When I tell you, she's on every commercial. You can't turn on the TV without seeing Ree. Just look for that little wig. All right, Robert, what you got going on in your life right now? Where can they follow you?
Well, I'm a Robert Hart 8946 on Instagram, and
that's your birth year, 89.
They just gave it to me.
You look good for your age, Robert.
Thank you.
Ronald, what you got going on right now? Make Me Laugh Mondays, y'all.
Yeah. That's one thing. Make Me Laugh Mondays on the 24th of July. It's going to be at the same place we're at right now.
Right here?
740 Centinela Avenue, Inglewood, California. $15 tickets. Call 310 area code 686-6500. And we'll hook you up with those tickets. And one last thing. You can see me, I think it's next week. There's a new show that's debuting on Amazon and Roku channel called Who's Funny. It's kind of like BT, Comic View, all that. I'm going to be on there. Our good friend Dwight the Barber is going to be on there too. It's going to be a great show. Look for
you guys watch Who's Funny on Tubi or Roku.
Right.
Make sure to check that.
Okay. And Amazon. Who's Funny? And what you got going on right
I just
now?
want people to follow us at Cancel Bad Credit on IG and get your credit fixed.
You heard. You guys, if you have XM Sirius satellite radio, definitely listen to me on Quake's House, Earthquake the Comedian, next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Laugh Out Loud. Kevin Hart presents Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Sirius FM.
Sirius XM Radio 96, and it's going to be a funny ass show. We had so much fun taping it. So you guys make sure Tuesday you listen to the show if you have Sirius Satellite. XM 96, Laugh Out Loud, Kevin Hart's radio station.
I must say on stage, Donnie, you are a monster.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Y'all, if y'all want to treat yourselves to some great comedy, come out and see Donnie.
Oh,
and
thank
Mr.
you.
Cole as well. Very funny.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got to close out the show. I love you. Deuces. These titties.
Peace. And hair grease.
He want to say those titties. I'm going to make you jiggle your titties if you say it.